Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm back for another Slim Sports interview. As always, I'm your host, Jay Slim, and joining me today is a member of the 2023 NAIA National Championship football team with the Keiser Seahawks, a two-time All-American and the NAIA National Defensive Player of the Year, rightfully so, because he's an absolute ball hawk, going to take it back for a touchdown every time. Wendol Philord, how's it going, big dog?
For Southeastern, Hayden gets the shotgun snap, loads up, throws into traffic. This one is intercepted. Going down the far side of the field. This could be a pick six. It is. Seahawks touchdown. And guess who, Christian? Wendol Philord.
Good. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely, man. Definitely happy to have you on. You've had such a great career with the Keiser Seahawks. I mean, one of the best defensive players in the program's history, no doubt the best special teams player that program has ever seen. I mean, the numbers, we'll get into them here in a bit, but absolutely incredible what you've done over the past 4 years. How would you describe and kind of sum up your career as a member of the Keiser Seahawks? How would you describe those past 4 years?
I'll say for one, start is very humbling experience, hard working. I grown a lot as a man, and most of all, it's been great. We just came off a national championship, things that somebody never accomplished, and we were lucky to do for the first time in our team program.
Yeah, I mean, you were a big part of that. You were obviously one of the main leaders, the team captain for the Seahawks. I mean, I'll talk a little bit about your numbers. Overall on your career, you're the all-time leader in kick return yards with 1,428, punt return touchdowns, which you had 3 of, solo tackles 138, fumble return yards 130, and then you were second in interceptions, second in total tackles. Just absolutely incredible what you were able to do for this team. And you were always able to make an impact when you were playing defense and when you were playing special teams. You always had that energy. And there were a couple of times, I believe, you played on the offensive side of the ball in a couple of games, if I'm remembering correctly. I mean, you always managed to keep yourself ready for whatever opportunity came your way. As a player, having to do all of those different things for your team, how did you keep yourself ready?
Great coaching. I would say just living the right way. I call it this thing called living like a pro. You have to treat your body like a pro if you want to be able to play like a pro. It's just common knowledge, and you can't just be filling yourself up with all type of stuff like McDonald's, grease, and stuff like that before the game or during the week leading up to the game, because it can affect you on Saturdays.
Yeah, you definitely managed to keep yourself in shape, and you did a great job. I do want to ask you this, because you were such an elite kick returner, punt returner, special teams guy for your team. I want to ask you, how were you able to be so dominant as one of those returners, where you were able to, find the hole, get back for a touchdown, take it back for, 50, 60 yards, whatever you were able to do? How as a special teams player like that, do you kind of find those gaps and manage to, get past the defense and all that? What goes into that?
Three things for you to be like a great returnist or return specialist, or a special team player in general. First thing first comes to coaching the scheme, because it has to be the right scheme for the right team in order for things to sort of happen more often than not. 2, I would say the players that are blocking for you, they got to have like a dog in them for you. They have to want to be like, on the field blocking for you. They can't just make it feel like it's a chore or anything like that. They have to want to block for you. And then the last thing I would say, you had a great guy back there, which they decided to have me back there returning. A guy who knows how to cut in and out fast, who can read the field and, make decisions quick. It just get as many yards as you can, just hopefully setting your team up for great field position.
Yeah, you definitely did that very well. It also helps that you're incredibly fast. I remember seeing a post that you put on your Twitter. You were running over 20 miles an hour or something like that. I mean, I couldn't even believe it when I heard that. I mean, absolutely incredible what you were able to do. And like you said, your teammates helped you out a lot with the blocking. And you guys as a team, as you mentioned before, won the NAIA National Championship this year. You guys made it back-to-back years to the national championship. This year, you guys ended up taking home the trophy over the team that beat you last year. So obviously that was really good for you guys, chip off your shoulder. What was that like for you and your teammates going into that national championship game against the team that had beaten you last year? And what was it like being able to beat them and hold up that trophy?
So everybody, everybody wants to get there. I think us losing last year helped us very much this year because we didn't want to have that feeling again that everything we worked for towards the season was all gone in one game, and it just felt like everything we did didn't even matter. Like people who got All American or All Conference, like didn't even care about that because at the end of the day we didn't finish the job. So stuff like that it helps. So coming around this year, we wanted them in the beginning of the season. We got red jerseys for them just because, we lost to them, gave us motivation, what every day in practice and stuff like that. And, I feel like us being hungrier, already going into what happened last year emotionally, we were stronger. It was just the will of us not wanting to lose again, to have that feeling just helped us overall.
Yeah, and you guys went off, you did your thing. You yourself individually, you had a great individual season. 54 total tackles on the season, 40 of them solo, 12 tackles for loss, 3 interceptions, including one of those interceptions led to a touchdown. You had 3 punt return touchdowns, a touchdown for a kick return. I mean, it's absolutely incredible what you were able to do. Your accolades, second team AP All-American, Sun Conference Defensive Player of the Year, Special Teams Player of the Year, and then as I mentioned when I introduced you, you're NAIA National Defensive Player of the Year. So all of those accolades really adding up because of the success that you had as a player and that you helped contribute to your team. There's no doubt in everyone's mind you're one of the best defensive players, if not the best, to ever put on a Keiser Seahawks jersey, and there's zero doubt that you're the best special teams player that the program has ever seen. You've made your impact. What does that mean to you as a player, as a person, to know that you're going to be remembered in that kind of light for the Keiser Seahawks program, to where players that are coming at your position are going to be, kind of compared to you?
So first, bittersweet. Even though I left, it's just I did something that I'm not gonna say I didn't want to do, but it just I feel like I needed to do more to give myself the best chance to play at the next level. But Keiser, we just have a culture that just like never give up, championship grades, all this and that. They treat the field just like it's a classroom. Like there's no drop off. Like, oh, I'm only here to play football. Or, like I'm just here to get a scholarship. I don't really care about football. Even the scout guys always give their best, best to us, so we can always be prepared for that year. For that week, for the games and stuff like that. And my career, I would just say it was pretty great. I know you've seen Sage Chen Young. I don't think our careers lines up. I think I'm a better special teams player, but he might have me in the defensive department with all the accolades, West Palm Beach and stuff like that. So I guess I'll say I'm glad I got a ring over him, but personally, I think he was a better defender than me. But that's pretty much sums it up.
Yeah, and that's definitely a big reason why so many Division I schools were hitting your line right when you entered that transfer portal. I remember seeing you post that you were entering it. And right off the bat, Western Carolina, Southern Illinois, North Alabama, and of course FAU, where you're going to end up going, they all hit you up right off the bat. You ended up committing to FAU a pretty short time after that. What was it about FAU that made you want to sign there so quickly to become an Owl for next season?
Well, I don't know if you know, but I have a son, and I'm from Miami, so obviously, that was one of the biggest schools, and not only that, it was way closer to my son and my family. Besides, going to Southern Illinois and being way further away, stuff like that. So I think closer and being the biggest school to give me the best opportunity, and the coaches program, seemed like they wanted me, they loved me, and still do. So hopefully I made the right choice.
Well, I'm sure he did, man. I'm sure you're going to make a huge impact for them, both on defense and as a special teams player. And who knows, maybe you'll play offense for them like you did with Keiser. You're a Swiss Army knife. You can do a whole lot of things. That is for sure. But obviously, you're coming in as a graduate transfer to the Division I level at Keiser over the past 4 years. Obviously, you were, a big part of their culture. You knew their scheme. You were a leader. Guys knew that they could count on you because they had seen what you did in person. Now you're going to be going to a whole new school, new program scheme, all that stuff as this graduate transfer. And I'm sure you're looking to still be a leader, make an impact. How are you looking to go there and make an immediate impact for the Owls next season?
So, I don't know if you know their record last year was 4-8. And, me going to a 4-8 team and from a championship team, I mean, is a whole new, different thing. I'm pretty sure they don't care about the championship. I just won. They try to win their own. And, so I'm pretty sure I was going to get treated no matter, not like we just won another championship, but, a 4-8 team. So that helped me so it won't let me be lazy or think that I already accomplished everything that I could at the college level, stuff like that. But so being there, being a nickel, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to play nickel in the NFL if I get a chance to go. So I'm just getting myself prepared for that, getting bigger, stronger, faster, eating right, gaining weight, stuff like that. So hopefully I can make an impact on special teams and, do what I did last year, but it's going to be a little bit harder with the competition, but I should be able to do it.
Mm-hmm. And obviously there's a big change going from that NAIA level to the Division I level. I talked to one of your teammates, Jalen Willis. He's a very good friend of mine. He's family to me. I had him on a few days ago for an interview. And one of the things that he mentioned was the biggest difference is, size. Skill wise, you guys are able to match them, but, these guys are taller, a little bit bigger, stuff like that. You're obviously making that transition to the Division I level. How do you perceive that? What do you look at as the biggest difference for you going from NAIA to Division I?
Definitely everybody besides the skills. Like the O-line, D-line, the linebackers, running backs are bigger and stuff like that. So, I mean, definitely the trenches and, the mids. So I would say that's the biggest difference. And, they got better, how can I say this? They got better, not equipment, but they got more like devices to help you, hot tub, cold tub, rollers. They got a lot more training staff and, people focused like on the players. So that helps a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when you make that transition to the Division I level, they have a lot more funding, a lot more resources than NAI, D3, JUCO, stuff like that. I know that obviously it was a very tough decision for you to leave, but now you're going to have a great shot at making it to the NFL. I definitely believe that you do have a shot just because of how fast you are and the skill that you have. And talking to you, just seeing your personality, seeing how you take care of yourself, there's no doubt in my mind you got a shot at the NFL, man. That is for sure. But Keiser obviously was your home for the past 4 years, where you were able to make such a big impact, and they made an impact on you. Uh, what would you say, kind of as like your final goodbye to Keiser, as like a thank you for what they were able to do for you throughout your career?
So my final goodbye would be basically telling all the coaches I appreciate them for taking a chance on me. As much as it was scary for me, it was scary for them. Basically, I'm probably like the first Miami kid they ever had. So taking a chance for me going out of the, league, going down there and, giving me a shot. And I was basically saying it built me up, like not only as a better football player, but a better person, better man. So I appreciate him grooming me, teach me the way to go through things, life skills that I'll never forget. So I appreciate the fans for giving me all the love. And even after I left, they still were telling me, good job, you deserve it. Like they fully accept my decision, even though I left the school. They, love oh so dearly after the championship. So I say about my fans, especially my teammates. I have family for life. Like,
Yeah, man, that's awesome for you. That's great that you have that connection with them and that you were able to, have that kind of love, that support throughout your years there. And now that's going to continue at FAU and then eventually to the professional level. Definitely happy to have you on here, man. Thank you so much for doing this. A historic career, and the career's not over yet. You're going to keep on going and getting those accolades. So keep on doing, and you already know that I'm tuned in, man. Congrats.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Hope you have a good day.
You too, man.